Hi everybody. My awesome buddy, Barry, makes YouTube videos and just about his life and his experiences and stuff. And recently he did like 10 random things about himself. And I super enjoyed his video just because, all I really know about him is from the internet, and there's so much you really don't know about a person when all you're getting are these videos on subjects like freaking out about your 30th birthday. Um, so I decided I would make my own video of 10 facts about myself. My buddy Barry, shout out to Barry, was super organized and had a list and all of that. And I'm just going to do this on the fly. I absolutely adore random facts, whether they're about myself or somebody else or a tree. It doesn't really matter. I like random facts. So I'm just going to say whatever comes to the top of my head. So these might not even necessarily be important random facts. They're exactly what the word implies, random. But they are facts. They will be true. I will not lie to you. Okay, fact number one is I have currently 4 tattoos and 6 piercings. I have the 7 phases of the moon down my spine. It goes from the top to the bottom of my spine. I have a tattoo on my foot. I have a tattoo on my ankle, and I have a tattoo on my wrist. It would take me forever to explain all of them because they're all super, super meaningful to me and all have a really long backstory to them. I adore tattoos, but I think that tattoos, just for the sake of having them, or, like, oh, I'm going to get a cute butterfly, is like super stupid. Unless you have some really good story about why a butterfly is meaningful to you, in which case, awesome. So all of my tattoos are super meaningful. You're welcome to, maybe I'll get to explaining them some other time. And the 6 piercings are all in my ears, so I don't have earrings in all of them, so you can't see them anyway, but I'd really like to get more piercings in my ear, but I just don't have the money to do that right now. So yeah, there you go. There's fact number one. Fact number two is that because I spend 99.9% of my time in my bed, as I currently am in my room, I've sort of brought the outdoors in. I adore the out of doors and grew up on a farm and liked being outside. So, in my 12 by 12 room, I think I'm up to more than 30 plants in here. And I would totally have more, except I don't, I'm like running out of spaces to put them. And I also just ran out of money to keep buying plants all the time. They're more expensive than you'd think. Um, I apparently have a pretty good green thumb because I can keep stuff alive. One interesting fact about one of my plants is that I kind of stole it from a nunnery in California last summer. Um, and brought it home in a Ziploc in my suitcase. So, yeah, that's weird. Just so you know, it's not as bad as it sounds because it was a purple clover. Clover is my favorite plant of all time. Like, I adore clovers. And I had never seen a purple clover before, but I happen to know that clover plants, like each individual clover, is its own, like, has its own root ball and seeds and stuff. So I just took one, like, literally one clover out of a pot and brought that home. So I didn't steal, like, a whole plant from this nunnery, but technically I took something without asking from a nunnery and smuggled it home in my suitcase in a Ziploc with, like, water and sand and stuff in it. So I feel a little bad about it still, but I really like that plant. Okay, so fact number three, I am sort of a weirdo person. I guess a lot of girls are like this, but I adore getting dressed up. Like, adore it. I love wearing fancy dresses and ridiculously high stilettos and, having my makeup and hair done and all of that. But I'm also a girl who, like, loves getting dirty and loves cars and guy things and blowing stuff up and starting fires and stuff like that. Um, so I'm definitely not, I wouldn't call myself prissy. And I wouldn't exactly call myself a tomboy either. I'm kind of this weird in between thing. Maybe that means I'm normal. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Um, but like, I normally go barefoot most of the time. Like, outside and stuff, I'm barefoot. Um, but I also have 8-inch stiletto heels that I love wearing. So, yeah, there you go. Now you know. I think I'm on fact 4, maybe. I don't know. Um, I just totally blanked out. Oh, I collect sand. That's really random. Everybody has some like super random thing that they collect. Sorry, my port is being weird and sorry, I had to fix it. I collect sand. I've been collecting it since I was a little kid. So I have like all of these little jars of sand that sit around my room that I've either brought back from places or like people that know me that know that I collect sand. If they go on vacation and they're at some beach, they bring it back. My favorite sand of all time that I have, um, my grandma Allen, who has since passed away, went to Hawaii and brought me back sand from, it was the same beach, but it was on a volcano. Like there was a volcano next to this beach. So the sand that was close to the volcano was black, like from the ash, and then it sort of morphed into this really, really white, sandy beach. And so it's sand from the same beach, but it's the two totally different colors. And so I have a jar that's like this black and really white sand, and I really love that both because of its aesthetic coolness and the scientific like volcano-y weird nerdy part of it, and also just that my grandma Allen brought it back for me, and that makes it really special. So I collect sand. There you go. I have no idea what number fact I'm on because I don't do well with that. There you go. That could be my next fact, is that I have 5 learning disabilities. Yes, 5 of them. Um, my brain is not going to come up with the names. Sorry, the lighting's being weird of them at this moment, but basically, dyslexia, dyscalculia, things like that. So I have trouble with spelling. I spelled basically like a third grader, maybe even not that great. Um, and reading and writing, I really struggle with math. Um, I really excelled in the sciences and the arts as a kid, but the sciences tripped me up a little bit because there was always a little bit of math thrown into a lot of those things. I really wanted to do things like be an architect or be an engineer. Those things really interested me, but there was just too much math involved and I couldn't pull it off. I also really wanted to be a writer, and I still really do. But that is something I super struggle with because I have so much trouble spelling things and also like putting words backwards and stuff like that. Most people don't know this about me because my communication is, online and, using a format where the computer corrects it for me or my phone, fixes the punctuation, or it's a text, so nobody really cares if things are spelled correctly or punctuated, so you don't really notice. But it was a huge deal when I was in school, and I really, really struggled with it and struggled with getting made fun of a lot and stuff like that because I couldn't read out loud and would be asked to write something and I couldn't do it. Um, so that was really frustrating. Again, I have no idea what fact I'm on, so I'll just throw a couple more in there. I know this video is getting kind of long and obnoxious. Um, I'm like looking around the room trying to think of like what things are actually interesting about me. I'm a photographer. I adore photography. it's one of the few things, well, until recently, I can't really do so much anymore, but that I have really loved doing always. And one little area that I at least slightly excelled at was taking photos. Um, so I really, really enjoy getting to do that when I'm well enough to do so. Um, I have good cameras and stuff like that, but those I don't use much anymore. Mostly I just take pictures of literally everything with my phone, because it's one way that I can chronicle my life without having to write things down, since, as previously mentioned, that's difficult for me. Um, so I can sort of keep track of the things of my life by photographing them, and I am not shy about photographing the good, the bad, the hard, the ugly, like everything, because I feel like if I were writing it, if I were like keeping a blog or something like that, I would be writing the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And so I want to treat the photographs I take as the same. So, if you're friends with me on Instagram or Facebook or something like that, you definitely see sort of all sides of my life through that. Because I don't only post like really impressive photos of me looking fantastic, because that's not how I look every day. Um, so yeah, I am going to end with that random fact, even though I'm pretty sure I didn't make it to 10 because this video will take me forever to upload. So yeah, hopefully I will do another one of these later, and maybe I'll do one of like 10 random facts that I super hate or things I'm afraid of, stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get back to that. This has been a day in the life of a sick girl, and just so you know, I didn't die last night. The video I made last night, I know I looked like I was gonna die. I really did not feel good. Um, so nothing has really changed. I just washed my hair. Amazing what that can do. It's like a miracle. Um, and I took medicine. Oh, so okay. Day in the life of a sick girl who just gave you some random facts that nobody cares about, but I gave them to you anyway, and you just watched them. Sucker!